National Coach of the Year, Ed Orgeron, back with us on a Tuesday morning here. Coach, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, guys. What a great week for the LSU program. I'm so excited for all of our football players. Whoever gets any one of these Tigers will get a champion, and we'll be happy to have it.
We've seen you in previous years be in New York, in Chicago, wherever the draft may it be. How do you maximize the draft this week when you're not able to attend, but all your guys are there?
We're going to have one of them Zooms in my office. And every time one of our guys gets drafted, we're going to get interviewed. So we're going to celebrate with them. I'm going to talk to every one of the guys before they get drafted and after they get drafted. This could have been a great night in Las Vegas, a great week in Las Vegas for all the Tigers, but we're going to make the best of it.
Last time you were here, you mentioned Tommy Moffitt was the MVP of the offseason and what was happening right now. We had him on after that, and he discussed what he was doing. From your standpoint, his meaning to the program and how he's handling his group right now.
The job that he and his staff are doing, they have arranged a competition between the team. Guys are sending in, taking pictures of the meals they're eating, taking pictures of them weighing in, taking pictures of their workout. Everything that they do, they get a point. And our team has a team challenge right now, and they're fighting to win that thing. And what it does is it encourages them to do the right thing on a daily basis, academics, workouts, nutrition. And Tommy came up with the whole plan. He's done a tremendous job for us.
Coach, this is Hester. Glad to talk to you this morning. Hey, I want to ask you about James Craig, the offensive line coach, because I thought last year the job they did was fantastic. You win the Joe Moore Award for the best offensive line, and you really had some moving pieces. But when you look at the job that he did, and I played with Phillip Rivers with the Chargers, and as soon as we hired James Craig at LSU, he wrote me a text message, and it said, James Craig, stud, and that's all it said. Can you talk about the job that he did last year getting that offensive line ready and what you look forward to this year?
Yeah, James Craig, stud. No question. MVP. And as you know, Jacob, those guys need special attention. They need special work. The job that he did with our offensive line, that was the MVP last year, because without that, nothing's going to work. But let me say something. He has taken it another step. Darren Rosenthal, I expect to be back. Kayshawn Hines is the youth center that he's training, the work that he's doing with these guys. And then again, his freshmen that are coming in, Marcus Somerville, Xavier Scooter Hill, and Martin Martinez. Those guys are working their tails off. They send them video every day. So Coach Craig has continued this year. He has a force on our staff. I expect us to have a darn good offensive line. It's going to be new faces, but he accepted a new challenge and doing a tremendous job for us right now.
Coach, how valuable was it for Jason Hines to sit behind one of the smarter football players I've ever been around in Lloyd Cushenberry a year ago?
Jacob, and not only sit behind him on the field, but sit behind him off the field. And to see the leadership and to see what Lloyd Cushenberry was never on a list, was never on a class miss list, was always first in line to do everything. To see the leadership that guy exemplified throughout the year, I think is great for Chason, and Chason is trying to follow in his footsteps, and hopefully he can.
Seems like you found some of your leaders at this time last year. Anybody starting to exert themselves and step forward?
I got to say, Darren Rosenthal on the offensive line, he is just talking to Coach Craig and the things that he's doing. He's doing a great job there. On defense, Damone Clark, those guys, Coach loves Michael Bassfield, Marcel Brooks. Obviously, our corners, Derek Stigley. Those guys are going to work their tail off. I think that, at safety, you got Jacoby Stevens and getting Todd Harris back. It's going to really, really help us. I'm putting up the depth chart with the new freshmen coming in at every position, and I can't wait to get these guys back, man. I'm excited about this group.
Coach, I think I'm most excited about the battle for the running back position. You've got really talented players that are going to be fighting for carries in that backfield. You've got three guys who played a lot last year on a national championship team. How do you see that competition driving one another?
all three different, and we're going to use all three of them. And the guy that's won everybody's heart is Chris Curry. I mean, this guy stayed, and that's exactly what you need to do at LSU. That's what their guys did. That's what great running backs did. They could wait their chance. And here Chris Curry had his opportunity, and now he's one of our top backs. So Chris, Tyron, and John, three great backs. And the young freshmen we recruited, I'm excited about all four of them.
All right, Coach. Now, Bo Pelini was the defensive coordinator most of my time playing at LSU, and I've always known that when Bo walks into a room, the energy level goes up by tenfold. We had him on my show last week, and even on the phone, like even just talking to Bo on the phone, the energy in our room went up tenfold. Talk about what he means and kind of the different personality that he brings to the defense.
Yeah. You know, it's just different. It's a 4-3 defense, and as you know, run the 4-3 defense, it's about energy. It's about attacking. About running, get to the football, causes fumbles, sacks, picks. But, you know, to do that, you got to play fast, you got to play hard, and you got to have energy. And Bo brings it. Bo brings it, I bring it. It's going to be great.
Coach, another coach on your staff has joined us over the last couple of weeks, and the listeners have really enjoyed his insight, and you can see why he's so valuable to you on the field and really on the recruiting trail. You made him the associate head coach in Mickey Joseph in the offseason. We talked to Jamar Chase's dad. He was very high on Joseph, and then talking about his room at the wide receivers. Talk about the decision to make him the associate head coach and what he brings to the team.
Let me tell you, Mickey gets it, okay? And he gets it not in a way that, hey, look at me. Mickey's going to get a job done. I'll give you an example. We have an academic task force. We have 40 players that are monitored. We monitor everybody every day, but 40 players are getting called every day with everything that they have to do. And that's split up into 4. And Mickey has taken over that academic task force. He goes over everything with those guys on an everyday basis. He's coaching them up the way I want it. If there's any problem on the football team, Mickey's going to handle it for me. You know, Mickey did a great job, as you guys know. When he first came in, we had to recapture New Orleans. Mickey did a great job. You don't hear anything about recruiting New Orleans now, but good things. And then again, the room. You know, Joe Brady came in, but Mickey held the room. Mickey did a great job of coaching the room and how the room was. So sometimes that receiver room could be a little bit different, but Mickey did a great job of controlling the room, and he's a great coach for us.
You might have the best player in the country in that room in Jamar Chase, and then Terrace Marshall. You guys might have the best duo in the country again. But then talk about everybody else in the competition that's coming with those guys.
You know, Trey Palmer's going to be a really good player. You know, John Trey Kirkland had a good spring. You know, the guy you got to look at is Arik Gilbert. I'm considering Arik Gilbert as a wide receiver. I can't wait for him to come back. And then you got Racy McMath. And the Racy's big and he's strong, one of the best specialty players in the country. I think Racy, given his chance, is going to have an excellent year. Then you look at Keyshawn Butte and Coy Moore coming in. We've got a good group there.
Go more in on Gilbert, Coach, because I know that you're a recruiting guru. You love that part of it, and he's one of the biggest recruits that LSU's ever gotten, especially at that position. How does he change what you do on offense?
Well, you know, we can obviously use him at tight end. That's easy. But, you know, we can split him out at X. We can put him at the S. We can use him. You know, Scott Linehan was with Megatron at Detroit, so they're the same plays that we can use with Eric, with Megatron. I'm not going to say he's going to be Megatron, but he's a good player. And we can get some mismatches with this kid and throw him the football, and especially in the red zone, he's going to be a nice target there for Miles Britton.
Coach, last football season, I would get texts from my former NFL teammates, and they'd want to talk about the offense, but every single one of them would always ask me, okay, who is number 72? And then I talked to Bo Pelini, and he talks about Tyler Shelvin, and he lights up. I know that you have done a hell of a job coaching him up every single day. D-line is where you live. Talk about the growth of Tyler Shelvin, because last year he went under the radar, and he had dominant games throughout the season.
Yeah, Big T's come along. He's matured. He lost weight. Not enough yet. I think that he really took it upon himself to get serious about football last year. and really got into the techniques that we were teaching him. Loved playing football. I thought he had a dominant year. I expect him to have another dominant year this year. He's having a good all season. Can't wait to get him back. He's a great young man from the state of Louisiana, a great family. I'm just so proud of him.
You got great relationships in the league. Pete Carroll, Sean Payton, just to name a few. Is your phone blowing up this week? I mean, do they call you throughout the week, or how's that communication work?
Yeah. I get a couple of calls. It's not as much as you think it'd be. I think throughout the year, the scouts have come through and got him. We give them complete access. I think they get what they need. I've gotten a couple of calls this week, but not much.
Still feel confident, Coach, about football season and everything going off as planned?
Oh, yeah. Again, that's out of our hands, but I feel confident that we're going to play. I feel confident that at some point or another we're going to start. Hopefully we can get our guys back, maybe in June, maybe in July. Hopefully that's going to happen. I think that, we just got to follow the governor's orders. When the stay home is going to be lifted, maybe we can come back to work as a coaching staff. And then hopefully that, that's going to be up to the ADs and the SEC when we can get our guys back. But I think talking to those guys, I feel very positive that we're going to get them back this summer at some point to get them into shape and work them out. And I feel like we are going to have a season now. What's it going to look like in a stadium? I don't know. That's none of my business. Mm-hmm. But whatever they tell us to do, we're going to do it at the best of our ability.
Defending national champs, best coach in the country, Ed Orgeron, checking in on this Tuesday morning. Thank you, Coach. Stay healthy.
Hey, man. Hey, y'all guys, take care. Good to hear your boys there, Hester.
Yes, sir. You too. Appreciate you, Coach.
Go Tigers.
Yes, sir. There he is, Coach O, checking in.